Chapter 18, Daniel at the Siege of Boston, A Spy Revealed. I made my way to headquarters as quickly as I could, without breaking into a run and giving anyone else cause to shoot me. It felt like days had passed since I had said goodbye to Mother, but the sun was just coming up. I did not warm to the idea of being laughed at again or shot at again, and so I skirted the town of Cambridge and came up behind the mansion that Dr. Church, the Army Surgeon General, claimed as his headquarters. I spotted Master Richardson peering out of Dr. Church's back door. I was about to call out to him when he signaled to someone, a man I didn't know, ran forward and took a sheaf of paper from him before running off again. The schoolmaster slipped back into the home. I continued on my way, coming to the front door of Dr. Church's house, just as Master Richardson left by the front door. "Daniel!" he exclaimed, looking alarmed at my appearance. "Where'd you come from?" "Well, I have news for General Washington," I said. "I forged the pass." His eyes settled on the hole in my jacket and the one in my cap. I could not say more as there was a commotion in front of Washington's headquarters. A group of officers seemed to be arguing. Dr. Church was at the center, protesting vigorously. "You find us in an uproar," the schoolmaster told me. "Dr. Church has been discovered writing to the Redcoats in cipher. An army chaplain broke the code. There's no question Church is a British spy." I gaped at him. Dr. Church, a spy? He was a son of liberty. How could he betray a cause he fought for, a cause he believed in? Josiah's words came back to me. People change sides with each change in the weather. A body has to be careful when it comes to trusting one another. "I've just given more coded pages to an aide to be translated." The schoolmaster eyed me for a reaction, then brought the conversation back to me. "What is the news you have for General Washington?" he asked. Should I tell him? I looked for father. He was not on duty in front of headquarters. "I'd like to talk to my father," I said weakly, "or the general." He nodded, but his manner was displeased. "Come," he commanded. I followed him into the house and stood behind him. When he knocked on a door, I recognized Washington's powerful voice. "Enter!" Master Richardson stepped in. Men I took to be officers surrounded the general. "Sir, I regret to say that someone has already been through his papers," the schoolmaster said. "There is nothing to shed light on any other activities or to damage him further." "Thank you. That will be all." Mr. Richardson moved aside. "You have a visitor." "Why have you brought me this boy?" General Washington asked. "I am much too busy now." He did not know me. My shock and fear and relief in my safety all rolled into one, and I burst into tears, weeping like a child. I was deeply ashamed, but I could not stop. "He's the Prescott boy, from Boston." The general's expression softened. He drew me into the room and quickly took charge. "Master Richardson, go and find his father. Sergeant, lay a fire. The boy is cold." There was a sudden bustle of activity. My sobs settled the whimpers, and soon I had control of myself again. Someone handed me a tankard of ale, and I drank it down in gulps. His Excellency eyed me gravely. He reached forward and took my cap, poking his finger through the musket hole. Then Father rushed into the room, and General Washington bid everyone else to leave us. Father knelt in front of my stool and kissed my forehead right in front of the general. Normally I would have told him that I was too old for kisses, but in truth, I felt better for him having done it. "Mother and Sarah are fine," I told Father before saying anything else. "Sarah has not gotten the pox. Indeed, none in the tavern have gotten the disease." "That's fine, Daniel," Father said. I turned to General Washington. Suddenly I was afraid. Would he call me a child too? Laugh at me? "I have news of the British. General Gage has been recalled to London. Stockdale thinks Howe will attack you as soon as reinforcements arrive. They are on the way to Boston, even now." The general thanked me. Father stood with a sigh. I had risked my life for this moment, but neither the general nor Father seemed much impressed with my news. "I've brought you coins," I told Father. "My buttons." He nodded, and it was then that he noticed the bullet hole in my jacket. His eyes got wide, and when he turned to say something to the general, he saw the twin hole in my cap still resting on the general's finger. "Daniel, why didn't you go to Master Richardson's friend the barber?" Father asked. "Well, he wasn't there. 2 days he wasn't there," I explained. "I didn't know what to do, so I came myself. I forged a pass, only the British shot at me, and then the wild men shot my cap off." "Barber Newell, is he your contact?" General Washington asked. I nodded. "He was here in camp," the general said. "He returns to Boston this morning." "Daniel, I forbid you to come back to camp," Father told me, "no matter what. If you can't get your information to the barber or to someone else we trust, then the Continental Army will have to go without it, win or lose." I expected the general to protest, but he did not. "Daniel, your father is right. Do you not think I have other spies in Boston? Other ways of getting information?" I hadn't thought, of course, the general would have had many spies. You are the second person to have brought me this news. I slumped into the chair. He already knew. Had I risked my life for nothing? I am grateful to have this information confirmed, but it is not worth your young life. Obey your father. You must keep yourself safe. General Washington regarded me seriously. Promise me, Daniel. I promise, sir. The words tasted bitter in my mouth. I thought my work was important. I thought it would mean the difference between liberty and tyranny, between father's life and father's death. I had not thought I was merely one of many, a boy to be chuckled over by wild men while the real spies like Master Richardson and the barber did their work.